Well, it's great to have 40 subscribers, everyone. But for this big event, much like Snake Mountain, I'm thinking of talking about something big. What do you mean? I've already talked about Snake Mountain. What else is there to do? Well, I've got plenty of stuff, but I've got something a lot bigger in hand. Hey guys, Master Farr here, and I'm back with another review, and much like with Snake Mountain, we're at another 20 plus subscribers special. And of course, to celebrate this, I've got something that will really knock us off. Ladies and gentlemen, Transformers Legends 43 Dinosaur, or Trypticon to you and me. As for places you can find me, check me out here on YouTube. Hit that subscription button and hit that notification bell to stay updated. Like, share, and subscribe. Check me out on T-Formers as Master Farr and DeviantArt as Master Farr 1. Anyway, this guy is basically huge. And like all my stuff where it comes with huge stuff, we're going to go through it all. But first, we've got a little bot to talk about. So let's get on to Full Tilt. And taking a look at Full Tilt, here we have him in his Cybertronian buggy mode. Now, for those of you wondering who Full Tilt is, and if you've never heard of this guy, I don't blame you, because he mainly got his start in really the LG comics. But anyway, if you're wondering who exactly he is, I won't spoil anything from the mangas, but he is actually the black box for Trypticon, as in, no matter how much Trypticon is destroyed, he will be there and they can rebuild him. But yeah, he's pretty cool in this mode. A bit monochromatic, but it fits in with the character itself. He rolls quite nicely, especially on the good old gym mat. Now, he of course has an accessory in this mode. His gun, which was actually white in the show, but I'm not going to nitpick on that and paint it myself. This cost me a lot of money. But yeah, looking on the coloring, there is a little bit of a lighter purple on top. Really pops out. There are stickers, once again, but they're not on here. I'm not putting them on. But yeah. And looking at the underside, very clean. You can't really tell there's a robot here. I mean, they're kind of with the chest, but still. For the sake of comparison, here he is with another LG figure, Scourge. Yeah, they look pretty nice. They actually scale quite well. Okay, bring Scourge off to the side. We, of course, have to take a look at Full Tilt's little Headmaster, or Titan Master. And here we have him. Now, in America, this character is known as Necro, and is based on a guy named Wipeout, who was also a part of Trypticon. So you can see right here, especially with the head, there's definitely a resemblance. Come on, zoom you. Yeah, you can see it definitely bears a resemblance to Wipeout. But yeah, this is actually a Takara one, as stated before. So here's Necro from the original one. And you can see there's actually a few differences. For example, the black on the head is a lot darker. There's a black screw in the hull right there. And I think the purples are a little darker. Specifically on the arms. No, it's just the legs are darker. Now, turning it over, you can see some of the more noticeable differences for Full Tilt. The visor is a lot richer on this side, and yeah, the silver's the same. But yeah, there are some subtle differences which I do like. But yeah, putting Necro off to the side once again. We'll zoom back in on the figure itself. And he, of course, because he's from the Titans Return era, can fit in the cockpit right here. Yeah. So just bring him out now for transformation. It's pretty easy. It's mainly kind of a foldy outie. So step one, you just foldy out the leg, waka waka, and do the same on this side right here. And just put up the belt waist area, the groin, and fold out the arms like this, and fold out the hands. Do the same on this side, and flip back the back for the whole body. And because he is from the Titans Return era, you can take any other Titan Master and plug it in like so, like bring like the Megaligator head. You could do a piss poor cosplay of the Giga Scouter from, oops, sorry. I guess you could do a piss poor cosplay of the Giga Scouter for Giga Storm for Beast Wars II. But yeah, taking that off. Bring in, let's see here. Sorry, I got both of them right here. I gotta look at the screw. But yeah, sail with me now. Head to on! And here we have full tilt in robot mode. Giving him his gun right now. You can see, aesthetic-wise, it's mostly the same. Very simplistic. Which I guess should be expected because it did come from a little toy from the original Trypticon. Yeah, the colors or lack thereof, it's mainly just one color with a light purple and silver on the chest to make it pop out. It looks really nice and really compact. Her other side, look at the back, or lack thereof. Whoops, there is none. But yeah, he looks really nice in this mode. As for articulation, he of course has a bunch. Head, because it's a Titan Master, it can go this way, that way, and go 360. Legs, they can move out this much, bend this far, and go back that far. Arms can go 360 degrees as well, with an elbow that rotates around, but does get a little caught because of the molding on the back. And because of transformation, you can fold in and out the arms. Also, there's some turning right here, and he could do a split. And shoulders go up this far, go out this far, go back this far. Suffice to say, there's plenty of posing potential for this bot. As you can see right here. Now, straightening out for comparison, let's bring another bot in. Here he is with my custom Sure Shot from Siege. And don't worry, I'll talk about him too. He's probably like one of the next few videos. Yeah, that's full tilt in a nutshell. Bring off Sure Shot to the side. You can see he is a pretty cool figure. Now, that being said, let's get on to the city mode. And here we have Trypticon in his base mode. And it is pretty big. For the sake of comparison, actually, here it is next to the vintage Castle Grayskull. And yes, I will be getting the Origins one when I hit like 80 subscribers. Here's hoping I do that. But taking this off to the side, unlike Fort Max, I think was mainly just like a big like display piece, you know, drop box, not really as good as Metroplex. This one feels more in line with an actual play set. Now, of course, with full tilt right here, there are some few gimmicks. You can put them right here and actually lift up this part and like slide them down here. For one thing, well, it doesn't work as well as I think it's intended to, but you can actually take this part up, put it right here, and just put them there. This is more for like Space Cruiser mode, but anyway. Yeah, there's also a bunch of other gimmicks. I don't think are in the instructions, but I'd like to show them off too. So just opening up this part right here, you can actually put Full Tilt himself in here as like a little prison because of bringing in LG Cup once more. Taking Full Tilt out, for example. Okay. Just putting this little guy in. He will fit. Kind of, sort of. It's like certain figures, like more flat-nosed ones, like maybe Siege Sideswipe, but yeah. As for places the Titan Master can go, of course we'll bring an old Necro right here. And of course he has those little pimple places where you can go right here. Oops, go right here. Right here. Same on this side. You can go over here. He'd actually go in this little compartment right here. And bring in the camera for a sec. You can even see him right in there standing, so that's cool. But as for the rest of it, bring the camera back out. It is a little hard to get him out because you gotta knock him over. In fact, something cool is that with hang on, that's not it. Oh, here it is. I think his name is Roar Force or Groundhog. These Micromasters go extremely well in this base mode. You can like stuff them through there, put them right here, even make it go down there. There's a lot of potential on like Fort Max. As for places for figures to stand, let's bring in some for size comparison. Here it is with the Seekers, Thundercracker, Starscream, and Skywarp. Yeah, they look really nice there. They got little helipads right here and here, I guess. And little connection points for Titans Return Leaders or Fort Max and even Omega Supreme. But bring Brunt in. Oh yeah, as for Brunt, what I like to do is take him apart, much like Omega Supreme. Oh yeah, mini review time. This guy's awesome. He's kind of like a purple Tankor. Like, really, it even kind of looks like Tankor. Just look at the head sculpt. Yeah, he has a nice articulation, and of course, it comes apart. So yeah, I like to put some of the arm stuff here, and the gun right here. I know I might be rushing this, but this is just for demonstration purposes. But yeah, this is not the only thing you can do with the base mode. If you have all the other Titans, you can do this. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what you get when you combine all the Titans from 2016 onwards. Mainly the base ones, and I gotta say, it is really impressive. Just the overall scope of this and the amount of characters that you can put everywhere, it's just a real spectacle. Now, if only I had Metroplex, but to be honest, even without him, because all of these are the connecting ones, it really fleshes it out. Like, I feel like the more you get, not only do you get a giant robot, possibly 2 figures, maybe even a Micromaster, some cities, but you also get this, a hell of a backdrop, and is perfect for dioramas. It kind of reminds me of, for Masters of the Universe, the vintage Eternia playset, which was a huge playset that could actually connect to the other 2 major playsets, Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain. But yeah, this is really impressive and makes me hope that we get Metroplex in the future. But that's the city mode in a nutshell, it seems. It's really nice looking, has plenty of playability, and we're not even through with all his modes yet. So let's get all this stuff disconnected and get back to the city itself for the transformation to cruiser mode. And with the power of movie magic and transitions, we are back in Trypticon City mode. And of course, we're on to our next transformationist guy, his Space Cruiser mode. Which is really his battle station mode, but in Japan, they always make the battle stations, you know, their actual space cruisers. Just ask Fort Max. Anyway, to get to battle station or cruiser mode, it's actually pretty simple. First thing you gotta do is just flip up this part right here, flip out this gun, take full tilt right here, flip this part down, which is this part's actually based on the original Brunt, believe it or not. But anyway, enough rambling. Leave it right there. Now, just flip these parts up, flip these parts down, the turrets down, and stick them out right there. Flip these ramps on both sides up. And there's actually a button right here you gotta press in order to move the feet down. Now, we don't have to do this for robot mode, but I'm just gonna show it. I mean, this mode, but I'll show you in robot mode what you're supposed to do. Now, of course, just flip the legs like you're doing transformation into robot mode. Now, if this button's like loose like it is now, just click it in and it'll be there. Just push the button when you want to release it. That's pretty good engineering, actually. And put this leg on the side right here and flip out the foot and keep the wing out. That accidentally went. And here we have one half of it. Now just do the same on this side like so. Sorry, and again, so. And clip the foot in to this hole. And here we have Trypticon in battle station mode. And it's pretty cool. Wait. Hang on, let me check something quickly. Oops, my mistake. These parts right here, they're actually meant to go out like that. And yeah, here we have Trypticon in his base mode. And you can see it is pretty cool, actually. Not as cool as the city mode, but it's still fine enough. It actually can roll, and if you want, you can hold it up. There are some more gimmicks in this mode. For example, these towers from C mode now become cannons. I don't know why they want you to put them in like that. Just, I don't know. What's the point of retractable giant laser guns? I guess for robot mode, but now these little parts from the helipads become cannons. These wings are actually supposed to go a little up, but they're really loose, so I just leave them down like that. And yeah, that's about it in a nutshell for this mode. There's not much to it. I guess you can fit something on here, but not a lot of space. Yeah, this is honestly my least favorite mode. But luckily, you can look past it. I mean, when something's like a triple change or a Titan has to do all that stuff, there's bound to be a few flubs. I mean, even Fort Max, his city mode sucked without the DNA upgrade kits, and there are way better solutions in actual fans' mind that should have been in the instruction. But anyway, back to Trypticon. We, of course, come to gain him in robot mode. And for that, we'll start from here. But first, because it's Takara LG, we, of course, need to talk about the fan mode. That being Shin Trypticon. Or, as I like to call him, Eater Mode Trypticon, or Basking Shark Trypticon, but Shin Trypticon. Yeah, they had this thing for doing fan modes like Overlord Terra. All those things you could do with big power involving Twin Twist and Topspin, but yeah, let's get them to this. Now, to get Shin Trypticon, first thing you gotta do is actually remove full tilt and just put him off to the side. You see, he's not needed at this part. Then you just want to flip away the wings, like so, and extend these parts like this. Put the towers back, unclip the head, and leave it like that for now. Flip up these two gray pieces, then flip up the chest. Again, you might have to push this button on the side just to get it to stay. Now, take the legs like so, like you're doing it in robot mode. Flip everything up, and stand it like so. Oh, and flip. Now on the other side, first verse, same as the second, and second, same as the third. Do this side like this. And hang on, sorry, the button's a little hard to find, but yeah, unlatch it with the button and just stand it like this. Now, take the back of it and rotate it around at 360 degrees, and yeah, here we have them, Shin Trypticon. And of course, bringing out the camera a little, he is pretty cool. And one thing you can actually do is open the mouth. And it's really cool, actually. It now makes sense why he has eyes on his ramp, because they didn't have this in G1. This is like a recent Takara thing, but yeah, that's Shin Trypticon. And something else that's cool, he can vor other figures. Don't ask how I know that, but that's so sexy. He can fucking vor another fucking figure. Ooh, harder, daddy. Yeah, enough sick shit aside. This mode is freaking awesome. It's just the crazy people at Takara do it again with just awesome fan mode after awesome fan mode. And it's technically canon. Well, to them. And to me. But yeah. Whoever came up with this is a genius. And it's pretty cool. It like eats cities too. It bulldozes, vores, and does other sexual stuff that I don't want to get into. I already lost my first channel because of it. But anyway, that's Shin Trypticon. Now, with that being said, we're actually almost in robot mode after doing all this. We just gotta do a few more steps. So just close his mouth, flip the gun down, pick it up like this, and it is kind of really heavy. Flip out the legs, flip out the legs, and bend the knee, and he'll stand like this. And that. Now you've got him like a dog on his hind legs. Flip out the tail. You'll want to straighten out the legs once again. Get some height on this boy. And yeah, he's going to get tall. Now, we take the arms like this and flip open the claws. Do the same on this side too. And yeah, we're almost there. Now, a la Super God Master Force, we're going to turn full tilt basically into a God Master. Take out the little guy from the compartment and stick him in there. And say it with me, I guess, go to on! Now, we're almost done. Flip it, these cannons like this, and flip up the head. And here we have Trypticon in his base robot mode. And it is actually pretty cool, all things considered. Yeah, head sculpt wise, it is really cool. Really shows that Mechagodzilla influence that Trypticon is of course known for. But that's not all we can do. As for the rest of the molding, as I said before, I don't have the stickers on here, so yeah, he is kind of plain, but he looks really cool. Tail, unlike the Hasbro one, you actually have to keep down, so they're taking their own liberties, I guess. The grays are actually a little darker on here too, and the purples, so that's cool. Now, of course, since it is a Titans figure from the Titans Return era, we have to take Full Tilt's little headmaster and say it with me now, Giga Head on! And flip up his little cannon head. Then, all you have to do is, to finish the robot mode, flip up his towers and BAM! Instant cannons and wabam! Trypticon lives again. And holy crap, this is awesome. You know, I feel like these Titans have been getting better and better with every one. 4 Max was cool, but he had his flaws. This guy is way better. He's just so cool, and anyone who's a fan of like Transformers or even Godzilla has something to like about this guy. As stated before, the molding is exquisite, and as stated once again, for those who are listening, no stickers at all. Oh yeah, I forgot to put these little flaps in, but that's okay. Head sculpt now looks even more menacing, and is ready to raid the whole world for the state of Carbamia. That and having to recharge with Octane. Anyway, mouth can open, and we have another Vor-related gimmick. Seriously, does someone have a fetish where you just take a headmaster, chuck it in there? And don't worry, it's not done forever. You can actually get it out right here. And a little update I forgot to mention. This little compartment right here can actually be used as weapon storage for your figures. It's not too big, but it's not too small either. But yeah, this guy has a lot of playability. As you saw before with that Vor one, I'm going to stop saying that before I get big trouble. And yeah, this guy is really cool. And because he's the headmaster, you can actually go nuts on here. Like, you can make up the guy. You could actually put the Clobber or Grimlock head in there and just make it a giant Grimlock. King Grimlock. That would be really cool. But yeah, getting this guy back, moving his plot back a little. Time to talk about articulation. Of course, with these down, head can't really move at all. He can move up. Jaw opens. Trypticon hungry. Look, you just ate cup. Give me a minute. Yeah, teeth are actually really nicely molded in a kind of sharp plastic, but not too sharp. He's actually got a throat right there and an esophagus that goes into the chest. He's got a little gun for a tongue gun. And yeah, again, molding's really nice, but with the tower turrets held up, he can, of course, swivel 360 like so. So play nice. And as for the arms, they're not as articulated, but they get the job done because he is a dinosaur. They can go out this much. If you unhinge this part, they can go out this far, and he can touch his head even. Like you saw a sad movie. Or scratching his head. Yeah, 360 degrees. Shoulders go out this much. And there is no swivel here. But he does have a really good elbow. Claws can open up and actually hold things pretty far. The third one is actually separate from the other two. Same on the other side. And moving on to the legs. Legs can go out this far. If you move the arms, it can go 360. And another reason to buy this one, if you can find it for a good price, is the hip ratchets are already fixed. You see, this is kind of like, you know how Hasbro said they were going to fix it? Well, this is kind of like the second run of the figure, which I had, where the legs work like they're supposed to. But yeah, this one's a lot better. it just has those little nuances. And shin Trypticon. Anyway, knees. It goes that way, but because of how top heavy he is, that's my only nitpick. He's real kind of top heavy, so you can't really keep these legs out that far. So just always that constant bending. They can go out this far, and ankles go a respectable amount for something at a time. No waist, because how the hell are you going to get a waist on this thing? And yeah, he's a pretty respectable robot when it comes to articulation. Something I like to do is make him go up on his hind legs like he's about to charge. And bring the camera in back in. This guy is really cool. Now, for the sake of comparison with his other comrades of the Titans, here he is with his successor, Omega Supreme. His predecessor, Fort Max, with his DNA upgrades. And our most recent successor to the successor of the predecessor of the repoint. Here we have Scorponok, and these guys look awesome together. Hang on, let me bring out the camera again. These guys really look cool together. If you can get any of these four, though, I'd say Scorponok. He's my favorite. If you're into him, get Omega Supreme. He's almost as good. Trypticon's awesome, though. But if you have to get all of them, get all of them if you can afford it. But yeah, that's Trypticon all over. But yeah, that's pretty much Trypticon in a nutshell. He's a really cool figure with a lot of cool playability. It's just, the sad thing is that not a lot of people can really get him, especially this one, because the Takara one has the fixed scratches. But they can get the second run, but still. I hope that with Titans Devastator coming out, again, like, they opened a floodgate for this guy, and even Fort Max and Metroplex to get re-released, because I never got Metroplex. But yeah, hopes aside, this guy's awesome. If you can get him, get him. I got lucky with mine, find him for a good price, but yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for 40 subscribers. Check me on T-Formers as Master Farr and DeviantArt as Master Farr 1, and I will see you next time.